What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm getting work done on Leaky, my first chopper ever. If you watched the live stream I did last week, you know that the shovel head got torn down and sent off to paint. And there are great things to come with that bike. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'm planning on maybe doing more. I have some stuff that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do a big bore engine for a guy. And when I do that, I'm thinking about just live streaming it, to be honest. It's really taxing making like videos of me building an engine or something because it's a long process. There's a lot of editing. There's a lot of trying to get the right angles, and it just takes forever doing it on camera. So right now I'm looking at some software so I can use my good camera that you guys are on now instead of the crappy laptop camera. But once I get that figured out, I think I'm going to start working some of these bigger jobs into some live streams so you guys can just kind of see like what you don't normally get to see, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. You guys get to see a somewhat polished video put out, and there's a lot of trial and error and things just going wrong and all of that. So if you guys are interested in more live streams, please let me know below. Please. Also, if you haven't noticed, I have shorts coming out every day at noon. I have just tons and tons. I'm trying to have videos, the short videos every single day. So right now, I've got them scheduled out through almost the end of March. I have enough content that I can schedule them out through most of the rest of the year and through some other stuff I'm going to film. I'm pretty sure I can do this, keep this going. So we're going to see how that goes. It's already working well. The channel's growing. We've gained like 200 subs just in the last 2 weeks. So the short game is working. But on to today's video, right, guys? So like I said, Leaky is on the rack, and we're just getting some work done today. I already went ahead and changed the oil. We're going to replace the throttle cable, the clutch cable. I need to measure it for a brake line. I'm putting all shorter cables and stuff on here. Like when I built this bike nearly 3 years ago now, it was my first time building a bike and, well, building a chopper, and there's a lot of stuff I didn't know, and I've learned a lot of things since then. And this bike's kind of constantly evolving. I'm debating in this upcoming winter just completely stripping it down and rebuilding it from the ground up. We're also going to put on this chopped cam cover right here. So I shot a time lapse of me working on this. The time lapse doesn't show the big section of removal. So what I like to do with these is I take them to my bandsaw, I cut all the huge chunks off, and then I finish it by hand with a die grinder and a 4.5 inch grinder. So the 4.5 inch, getting there with like a 40 grit flapper disc, that lets me remove a ton of material, and then going back in with the air die grinder lets me just touch everything up and then polish it when I'm done on the buffer. So we're going to get that put on today, as well as this sprocket cover from Tracker Die. That company's not even in business anymore, so I had this sitting around. We're going to throw that on, and I guess we'll see where else the day takes us. So let me throw you guys on the tripod and let's start tearing this stuff apart. So I'm going to hop in here and do the sprocket cover first. The thing I like with these billet sprocket covers with a chopped cam cover is it gives almost the appearance of a divorced transmission, like a big twin. So if you don't have ball ends, you may have to take your exhaust off, or if you don't have, say this process isn't the same on every bike. This is just how it is on my bike here. So. Oh, there we go. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it without taking the exhaust, but there's the old nasty. And if you're going to run mid controls, these stock sprocket covers are crap. This is where your factory mid control would go. So if you had to stand up on this, this is just cast aluminum that you're putting all of your body weight on. This is crap. That's why these billet ones exist. So you want to remove your points cover first, which, yes, I know this bike doesn't have points, but that's still what Harley calls it, is a points cover. So in there we have the factory electronic ignition. Now what's important here, this is where a lot of people screw up with taking these covers off on a Sportster, is behind this, there is, bring this in, this bolt right here. If you do not get this bolt out and you try to remove this cover, you will yank the second camshaft out and everything is going to fall apart, and now you got to tear your top end down and you are going to have a long day that you did not plan for. Alright, I need to get this one hose clamp off, and then I've got that cover out of there. So I'm going to use my favorite tool in the world. When I worked for Honda, we use these for everything. It's a snap-on like clip popper. I've tried other brands. There's something special in the angle of this head. I used to just call it my magic wand, because like this thing can do everything. Snap-on really got this angle just perfect. And with a little flick, it popped that right off. So I'm going to set this aside because we need to unpin that connector to get our ignition out of there. I've got a brand new gasket to go back in here with, as well as I also put a new gasket for that cam right there into the cover. Just a new little snout seal that's brand new. Alright guys, got everything cleaned up. It's a brand new gasket, and off camera I went ahead and swapped over the electronics. So that's simple, you just pop that green tab out of there. and depin the connector. If you don't know what you're doing, there's plenty of videos out there how to do it. And just take pictures of your wiring beforehand so you can put everything back the way it came. So let me move you guys to the side. Alright guys, so it's been a week since that clip of me installing this cam cover. That day the camera died, and after the camera died I just kept going. I got the throttle cable installed as well as the clutch cable, which really there's just no value there if you don't know how to install these cables. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to chop a cam cover. Whatever. So let me show you guys where we're at with this thing. So there, it's all chopped cover, the tracker die sprocket cover, and as you see, you got the nice divorced look. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did have a monumental oil leak right here at the top. It had nothing to do with chopping this cover. Sometimes on Sportsters with these cam covers and even the primary covers, you know, they're just paper gaskets and they get a leak. So if you look right here, you see that gray? That is Honda Bond. It is, in my opinion, the best RTV you can buy, but whatever RTV you can get, I just coat both sides of that gasket in Honda Bond. Put that on, let it sit for 24 hours and dry, and we have no leaks now. So what we're gonna get done now is, I have the brake line I ordered. This is a 45-inch brake line from Drag Specialties with a couple 10mm fittings. We're gonna get that put on here, and then we're gonna bleed the brakes and go for a ride. So let me throw you guys on the tripod and let's get some work done.
One eternity later.
All right guys, I just got back from running it down the street. I didn't actually take it on much of a ride. Just pulling the clutch in, I can feel my shoulder pinching, so I'm not even gonna try it. But here, let me show you guys the front of the bike. Say those new cables and brake lines just kind of cleaned up the front. It's routed a lot better. And then over here, you know, I already showed it, but we'll show it again out here in the sunlight. I always laugh because for a bike that I named Leaky, this thing does not leak anything. Before I built this bike, it used to leak all the time, but whenever I rebuilt the engine and all that, this thing has never leaked again. So, there she all is. I've got a new bracket coming for the headlight, And I've got some new lower rockers coming that have grease zerks. I thought about drilling these, but I didn't want to risk them cracking, so they were not expensive. It was like 80 or 90 bucks to get new ones that have grease zerks. Okay, let me go ahead and fire this up for you guys. See, she runs good, sounds healthy, and most importantly, no leaks. So I'm planning on riding this from here in St. Louis to the Tennessee Motorcycle Revival in May. There's a 90% chance that this is the bike I'm gonna take. If something happens between now and then, or if that electrical gremlin that I had comes back, then I'm gonna take the Indian. But I literally replaced the entire charging system on this bike and I haven't had an issue since. Knock on wood, I'm hoping that sorted everything out. But I guess it's gonna be it for this video. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. And in the description box below, there's links to all of my social media, as well as our company website, Headstalls.com, where we make and sell everything for horses right here in the US. I'll see you on the next one. I love you all. I'm out of here.